Hi, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Yvonne Jones of c2cWorldTV, and the sponsors of today's show is Edible Home Gardens Resorts and Be the Bank Investments and Investors. We have a special guest today on our show, and it's Robin Eddleman, and she works and has a company that she works with called Starfish Perks. And welcome to the show, Robin. I'm really excited
Oh,
to be here.
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity to come learn and grow with you today and share. I appreciate you so very much. Thanks so much. And I wanted to give a little bit of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing today, and just a little bit about me. I'll try to not make it huge, but I have a very strong background in marketing. For most of my life, I've always pretty much worn a marketing hat, but also a very deep love for others, wanting to give and wanting everybody to, or to see everybody be able to live a more abundant life, like their God given right, abundant life. So, in my journey, kind of shifting forward from the marketing aspect, I actually decided I saw an advertisement, actually, it was Indeed, to be able to work with a radio show. And so I thought, well, I've never done radio. That would be fun, right? I really wanted to see what that would be like. And so I was an independent contractor with a live radio, a talk show. Did that for about a year and a half. And then God shifted me in a very powerful way. Last September of 2024, September 17th to be exact, the home we were leasing, there was a fire in the garage. And to my despair, me and my son, it was really tiny when we noticed it. We didn't know what it was, but my youngest and me were throwing these 5 gallon water jugs into the garage to try to put the fire out. No, it didn't make a difference. It just kept going up higher and higher.
Mm.
To make a long story short, it was an electrical fire. And the fire department came out, of course, and just with all the emotions running through, we were able to make it out of, everybody was able to make it out of the home. But on top of it, I guess the home, well, I don't guess the home had asbestos as well. So we lost almost all of our contents,
Yeah.
and in there was, right? But I learned something from that. I learned that things are just things. And I was very much attached to those things, right? And I
Mm.
just didn't even think about it. But all I could think about is, oh my gosh, all my books are gone. That's what was all I could. But I, first and foremost, I was glad we were all safe. When everything settled down, that's what I was thinking about, was my books and different things. And but you know what? I realized that did not matter. That's just stuff, and stuff can be replaced.
Mhm.
So I was reminded that not to become attached to things, because we can wrap our identity around things very easily. And for me, there that was some truth in me as well. Like like mugs. I like coffee mugs and like different pens and sticky notes. I'm a world full of color, and even my paper sometimes is different colors. So, but and just graduating from that, I realized, wow, we're okay. We're alive. We made it out okay. We did have insurance, so our insurance took good care of us. So they put us in a place to stay that had two bedrooms, really, and a living room and a kitchen, if you will. Uh, but moving forward, that show that I was working for, the latter part of October, guess what?
Mm.
They decided they would go all AI. So for me, I'm like, okay. So the human factor was going to be going away with the show. So,
Ah.
but God had a plan, because I met somebody on Alignable, which is Alignable is a business platform for those of you that don't know. And she showed me a better way. She showed me what more of my purpose for life in my God given, the walk I was meant to be walking
Mhm.
today. So now I do something completely different. I help others uh, remember or guide them how to budget, remind them what's your intention before you go shopping. And on top of that, I show them a better way to actually purchase things they're purchasing anyway, whether they're going to the gas station, buying groceries, even traveling and whatnot, to actually be able to just do your normal rhythm of life and actually get paid to do that,
Yay.
get money back. So to me, that's moving the needle. And I forgot to say, when I was working for the live radio talk show, I did hear a lot of businesses that were really crippled in debt. They were worried if they were going to keep their doors open, what was going to happen. They were going to lose their livelihood and health issues as well. Because you and I both know, and I can't think of anybody that doesn't have stress sometimes. But
Right.
imagine with having all that worry and constantly focusing on, I'm in debt, what am I going to do? And so, yeah, that's me in a nutshell, what I'm doing today. But I'm just really have a heart of love for others, and I just want them to see what their heaven on earth is for them. Thank you.
I really like it. So
Okay.
tell me a little bit more in detail. Like, is it any grocery store? Is it any shopping, or is it pre-selected stores? What is the method or the model that they use?
Well, actually, the way this works is there are many merchants. I think we're moving on up to almost 600 merchants that are have partnered with Starfish Perks, and so they give anywhere between 1% to 21% back. Once I go, I have a pay app on my phone, and I choose whatever store I'm on. I'll pull that up, and like for example, Arby's is 8%. If I'm going to Arby's, I pull that up on my app, and then I pay for it through my app,
Mhm.
and then I get that instantaneous. I get that money right back into my pay app. So a couple things. I don't use my credit card or debit card any longer. I'm actually funding that account through my checking account. So, and in case you're wondering, that is completely secure. It's 256 military bit encrypted.
Mhm.
So, for me, that was important because I was going to do this, it needed to be safe. So
Yeah.
what I do, I'm pointing out from just talking about with me using it, but it's good for anybody that wants to be able to move the needle just by doing what they do every day and shopping and buying what they have to buy anyway. So I will just put that money in. I'll think about what my intention is. Like for example, maybe Costco. I'm going for bread or milk. So I'll probably put $50 in there, buy my bread and milk, and then come out with maybe an extra treat. Prior to that, a Costco was my candy store. So I would buy many things that I didn't probably need. I mean, I would use them eventually. I mean, definitely stockpiled with food and things, but that was not my true intention. So what happens when I check out at Costco, for instance, they pay me about 4% back. And so it I key in the amount and it turns it into a barcode. And that's actually security too. So nobody's going to be able to take my information. It's a barcode that the cashier will scan and then instantaneously get the money back. Now, in question, when you said that, is it everybody? Well, it is now because Starfish about a month ago introduced where I could actually buy a Visa debit card. When you go to the store, you can buy those Visa debit cards off the little
Mhm.
kiosk.
Mhm.
But the only thing is, at those stores, you have to pay $6 to $8 to activate them.
Mhm.
A lot of times we'll get those and give those to somebody for a gift, right? For maybe birthday or things. But it doesn't cost me anything to do that. And I
Wow.
get 3% back. So not only can I shop anywhere, if there's a merchant on there that isn't participating with Starfish yet, I'll just use my Visa debit card option
Really?
and
That,
get money back. Yeah. And so everybody that accepts Visa, yes, of course, anywhere now.
oh,
So I
that's
love that. I
awesome.
love that so much. And it totally opened and shifted it in even more of a powerful way. So yeah. So I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Is yeah.
So have you, like, for example, does it work for things like eBay and Etsy and those types of things too?
Yes, of
Um,
course. I'm glad. I'm glad you asked that. Yes, anywhere that accepts a Visa, it's not like a normal Visa debit card. It even has where you can, there's a 3-digit code on the back. So it's using the same purpose. So it's just not tied to the banks. So when
So
you're
like,
paying, go
so like
ahead.
when you go to your bank, you can get like a debit card and a credit card. Like I have both for my bank, right?
Right, but those are tied to the bank, right?
Right.
And so that's the merchants, every time we use those, that type of form of payment, they get charged 3% merchant fee
Hmm.
and on whatever else fees for just accepting that service of accepting a MasterCard or Visa. The
So,
beautiful thing about Starfish is they don't. So anything like even like companies, like if people have like a company to where they order product online for their business, they can use that Visa debit card on Starfish. And when they pay that merchant, they're not getting charged the 3% and they're also making money. They
excellent,
get
excellent.
that money back. So
So
yeah.
anybody that uses Visa, and it's kind of interesting too, because I got certain like accounts in banks that they say, well, we only use Visa. I'm like, what? I mean, that was when I first started encountering these like weird
Yeah.
little nuances, like, or we don't use this particular account, we don't use American something something anymore. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
I
right.
don't want
Yes.
to say, and so it's
Right.
like, well, why don't they use it anymore? But they don't use it, right? So it was a big name, so it still is. So I don't know. So everyone, I guess, has a certain little niche or criteria, but it's nice to have that in your portfolio or in your pocketbook, so to speak. Now, the other thing I
Yeah.
think, you can actually use this to purchase things online as well, right?
Yes, yes, you can. Of course. Of course. So like again, like if you have like if you're ordering something from Amazon or wherever, Best Buy online, of course, you can shop online as well. And but I always like with my Starfish app, I'm always looking for the best bet. So if I perhaps am shopping for something online from Best Buy is one of the merchants that are um pairing with Starfish Perks. So if they give me more back than the 3% I get up from the Visa debit, I'm going to use them because
No?
they might give me 10% versus the 3%. So I'm always shopping for the better deal. But
Mm.
it's just a beautiful world to be able to just do life and get
So
paid for what I pay for anyway. So
yeah, exactly. So like let's say your biggest expense is groceries,
mm, yeah.
Um, is there certain grocery stores or how does that work? Or do you have to look online to see which grocery stores
No, actually, on the pay app, it'll list all of the participating, those that are participating with Starfish already. And I just put a star because you can mark those up. So your favorites list can be saved in your pay app. So yes. And then those again that are not aware of Starfish or not partnering with them yet, I use my Visa debit card. So what I can do
okay.
is I can actually take that Visa debit card and I can put it in, depending upon if you have an iPhone or smartphone, you can use Google Pay or the Apple Pay. So I just key that information in and I just use my phone uh,
Mhm.
to pay for things like that, that if they're not participating with Starfish yet. But I'm actually, for me, I'm going to get a minimum of 3% back, no
That's
matter what.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I'm looking, a lot of people shop at different stores like Aldi's, Walmart,
Yeah, yeah,
major store.
mm,
Is that
yeah,
part of the network?
yes, they are. And well, all these is not yet, but with that Visa debit card, that is opened it wide open because yeah, you can do it that way. Or a lot of times with Instacart is on there,
Mhm.
and so some are using with all these, they just use the Instacart.
Well, yeah, the
So
Instacart,
and
and
they
that's
get
kind of what I
the
was,
four the
yeah,
4% back from Instacart. I think gives 4% back, and then they just go there and pick up their groceries.
that's
So
really
they're
nice
still
because
making money. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Instacart has all these fees, so it'd be nice to be able to get some of that back, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's like, yeah, we're being robbed and we don't realize it. And the businesses, I mean, let's face it, if the businesses didn't add on the 3% on the products before we bought them, it would be hard for some of them to just keep being in business because it would eat them up. So those are being added before we've been by. Plus with all the advertising and things that they need to do to get you to come to the store and all. These merchants give so much back, like I said, all the way up to 21%, depending upon which merchant or store that I'm shopping at. Um, but they're doing that because they're on that. A lot of them that are already on the app and partnering with Starfish Perks, that saves them a ton of money on advertising. So we're getting that back too as well. That's why it's a big give me back. So it's where it's like a round robin. I'm using my name, but it's they're giving back, and we're helping them by not hammering them with any more merchant fees.
So for example, I'm going to throw out four names. You may know them or may not know them.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
going to say one of them correctly because I always flub it up. But let's say,
Yeah,
for example, like people use like Affirm, or they use Shop Pay, or they use PayPal, or to purchase
yeah,
things. I'll give you an example. Like with PayPal, you can use a 4-in-1 pay, right? You pay in four,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Let's say you set yourself up for a pay in four. Now, can you use to pay it with that and make money off of that because you're not having to pay interest on a pay in four, you're not having to pay interest on a shop pay, and also on a firm. Well, a firm you are, but
yeah, yeah.
and then there's another one. I was called Carm. I never say that one right. Karma or not Karma? Karna maybe. I don't know what it's called. I forget.
Is it KARMA? Is it like that's what you're
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
talking
I
about?
forget.
I've heard about them. I've never used them, but I will say again, any if they accept Visa,
Yes.
then yes, because it is just like a Visa debit card without all the extra fees to activate it. It's just not tied to the bank. So when you're paying them, those businesses would appreciate it too as well because they're not being hammered with a 3% merchant fee.
This is the kind of cool thing you can do. I mean, when you're talking
Yeah,
about those
yeah,
types of things, especially like with the paying for options and the shop pay, they have also the things
yeah,
like, so now you're not paying interest on those for sure, right? But you're
right.
to make money on them on the side when you use them. I think that's a kind of a win-win right there,
It
right?
is. Yeah, you can combine and ah, absolutely pair things together, and the better, the more leading more to a bit more of a abundant life, like just
Exactly.
moving that needle and being wise. I like how you brought that up because that is a smart way to do things. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
very
All
plausible.
things that we
Yes.
all eat. Now, Kim, other kind of, and tell me because I can't remember. Do like can electrics or gas or other bills be paid on those?
Yeah,
Or
yes, yes,
oh God,
yes,
that's
yes,
amazing.
yes. Even like okay, now you cannot pay your credit cards with a Visa
Right,
debit card, as we all know, and
right.
you cannot if you own your home. I don't believe you can pay your mortgage with that.
Yeah,
That
well,
has to be
I don't
tied
think
to
you
the
can pay
bank.
more. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think
but
you can pay mortgage on a Visa. So
you're right,
yeah.
right, right. That's the thing.
Mhm.
But if you do, if those that lease their home or rent an apartment or things, yes, they can pay that with that Visa debit
Oh,
card from
think
Starfish
about
as
that.
well.
That's
Hmm.
a big chunk of
Yeah,
change.
yeah. For me alone, because we do lease, for me alone, $75 back every month for that. So yeah, that's it's all fun.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to remind everybody here that part of the reason that we do this on C2C World TV, it's about click to connect. C2C. We click to connect because why? We want to collaborate. We want to help people.
Yes.
And that's what
Yes.
the show is really all about. It's for entrepreneurs, it's by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. And the more that we can help each other grow and encourage each other and do these kind of things with each other, we actually can help each other and make money too as well. So this is all
That's
about side
right.
gigs. Yeah, this show's about side gigs. And one of the things that we're doing is we're collaborating. So we'll be sharing each other's information for what I do with
Yeah.
I have a side gig, and we're going to
Yes.
be sharing that. And that's what's kind of exciting is that if we get enough of the people who want to do gigs, who do gigs on the side with that are unalignable, we want them to
Yes.
participate with us as well. Because I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you something, the more you put your links on share, you are going to rise up in the search engines as well, and you get recognized and noticed. And then when we have you back on the shows, to elaborate more about your business model and what you're doing and your growth and how's it going. We want to hear all kinds of good reports.
Yeah, yeah, right. Well, you are definitely um, moving the needle in some very powerful ways, Yvonne, and I'm just so grateful to know you and to be able to spend this time with you and the other times that we do share. I've just you have a beautiful heart in all that
Oh,
you
thank
do.
you.
Thank
So
you.
do you. I think,
Thank
you
you.
know, her and I have been soulmates since the second we met. I think that's
Yeah,
kind of
it seems
cool.
kind
You
of
know, we
seems
got to,
like yeah,
yeah,
you know that feeling like you've known somebody, but you don't remember ever meeting them. That's how that kind of is
exactly.
between you and I. It was so great. So
Yeah, one of the things that we do on the side, our little side gig, is we do ACN. A lot of people have heard about ACN. A lot of people use ACN. For those that don't, ACN has lots of different things where you can save money on with electric, gas, and your insurance. You know, any kind of like internet services. So, and then maybe you could pay for those with her gig.
yes, you can. Yes, you can.
See what I
Yes.
mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it's a win-win
Yeah.
all the way around. You sign up for
Yeah.
both, you get that advantage
That's
of,
right.
making more money on her car, or not her
Yeah.
car, but, with
Working together for the better of everybody, right? That's
exactly.
beautiful.
Yes, and you can find our ACN gig on our Edible Home Gardens Resorts on the members page. And we can help walk you through that and sign you up if you want to get more information about ACN or impact insurance or the benefits for the, I know, gas and electric and all those fun things that
Yeah.
you're saving money on, your cell phone. I mean, the other cool part about ACN is that if you already have that service with a cell phone, they let you switch it over and save money.
That's
Whoever,
nice.
who lets you do that kind of stuff? So that's kind of cool.
Right. Well, it's just like being able to command your life without all the barriers, right? Coming
Right.
back to being able to really have that actual choice to be able
Exactly.
to do. Yeah.
Make some money and have your bank fill up with some money, instead of just
Yes, of
like
course.
flipping it
Yeah.
over, and
Right.
like getting some compensation back for you. Heck, you're
Yes.
gonna pay it anyway, right? They're gonna pay these
That's
bills
true.
anyway. They
That's
gotta go
that's that that's true. We might as well get that money, some of that money back, right? And being able
exactly.
to pair with all that. I love that how you can help others save money with your AC, and that's incredible.
Well, this
So
is our
who
series that
knows?
we're doing on gigs, and we got more guests are coming on about different
Yeah,
gigs that they're going to be that they provide. Again, you want to connect with as many gigs as you can, because just think about this little connection and then bring in the other connections. You keep piling on, you're going to be making more money, and it's
yeah,
stuff that you're already using. Anyway, that's what I want to say about that. And
yeah.
Robin, is there anything else that you want to say before we wrap up the show?
Oh, if anybody wants to like look at it's called Starfish Perks, so you can go to starfishperks .com, and there's actually a video on there that's kind of fun to see. I think it's less than 4 minutes, but if you want to contact me direct, I go ahead. Again, my name is Robin, my last name is Edelman, and my direct line is 775-467 0149. And then I'm sure I don't want to say, but how can everybody get a hold of you too? So we can couple that together and empower others' lives.
Exactly. And just repeat your phone number one more time.
775-467-0149.
Perfect. And that'll be in
Yeah.
the show notes as well. Those usually go out in the evening, late nights. And so we'll have information on how you can get a hold of Robin and her business and how you can collaborate with her and how you can also be on our show by contacting me. So
Yes, of course. Yes. Yes.
So you can reach me at 417-664-4424. And my name and number is all in the show notes as well. And Ramen, I just really appreciate you as a person and what you do and what you believe and how you come across. And you're just a great person. And I'm really glad to
Likewise,
know you.
Tia. Likewise. Much love. Much love. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. And I can't wait to have you back on so we can talk and have another follow-up of what we're all
Yeah.
doing. And then maybe our collaboration list will be quite long. We can talk
It
about
will. Yeah. We our hearts in it, and it's just great synergy. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. And again, much love to you, and thanks so much for this opportunity to share and grow with you. Appreciate
Thanks,
you so
Robin.
very much.
Have a blessed day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.
now.